Hey guys, T-Bill here. Today I got a Nurnberg replay for you. It's in the map straight. Capture the base mode. Just to note them capture the base, since the update, I've been losing a fair amount of games by having teams that were crushing in terms of ships kind of sneak one destroyer or something into the cap late game and win. So ships are able to cap the bases a lot quicker now. And I'm definitely not going to advocate sitting back by the base the whole time, but you do have to keep an eye on the situation, and if you lose track of ships on the map, just assume that they're attempting to steal the game from you and possibly make a play to prevent that. So the Nurnberg's causing people a lot of trouble. Obviously I put out a video a couple days ago taking a look at it. The firing angles, I'm still not 100% sure if they're supposed to be like this or not. It sounds like they were historically really limited firing angles for these rear guns. So the ship was somewhat intended to be like this. Whether it was exactly intended to be this or like this or not, I'm not sure yet. Some people said on this stream that, or Wargaming had some sort of stream where they mentioned something about it. I don't know. But anyway, I'm actually performing fairly well on this ship despite the uniqueness of it. So my thoughts on it are, I want the ship to be how it's supposed to be. So if it historically had really crappy firing angles for the rear turrets, that's cool. Let's go with it. I don't need every ship in the game to be the exact same. But if they kind of overcocked it or whatever and need to tweak the values to what it's supposed to be, then let's go with that, you know.
Torpedoes to port.
And I do have a couple other games, Nurnberg, saved up that can kind of go over the ammo selection for the Germans. I think that's kind of important. We'll talk about that a little bit in this video, but I can cover it more in depth. If you guys are interested, just let me know in the comments. Now on Capture the Base on this map, you guys might have heard me say I recommend 2/3 of the team defend the base, but since I'm on the far side, I'm just going to put pressure on their base. Because it's not worth me sailing 8 minutes over there to defend the base. So anyway, we got two destroyers over here that are causing trouble. Now, you'll notice this HE shells, they don't do a lot of damage. And what's up with these HE shells? They have very good penetration, like the British HE shells do. So you're gonna cause a lot of damage with them in terms of penetrating, you know, ship's armor. But low fire chance and low damage, so it's kind of an interesting combo. It means that you can use the HE shells when applicable, but if you have AP shots available, you definitely want to take them because that's where you're going to be putting out the high damage. But there's going to be a lot of situations where the AP damage isn't available, so you are going to, don't hesitate to use the HE. You got a very quick reload on this ship. You can pump out the shells very quickly. You know, I've had some very high damage games using the HE the entire game in this thing, so you know, use the shells properly, but just understand that the HE isn't going to be doing a lot of base damage. I mean, it's a very unique shell. Like, it will be a lot of HE shells will shatter and do no damage. These ones are very likely to penetrate, but they might not do that much damage. Now that ship we were definitely trying to take keep an eye out for. You want to clear these destroyers out as quickly as possible, obviously. So now the destroyers are going to be the primary ships that are going to counter us from capturing this base. Now again, I'm not gung-ho on capturing this, but I do want to keep pressure on here. Here we get this Colorado. It's been spotted. Once I take a shot, it occurs to me he might be AFK. That is a spawn point, roughly, and he's not reacting, he's not shooting. Now, why am I shooting at him? Just to run up the score? Partially, never hurts to get a little extra XP and credits, but you do want to kill AFK ships because they do spot your team. So they're the lowest priority target on the map for sure. Now here we switch to the AP, you'll see. And these shells, when you land them, they absolutely shred. Well, anytime you get a broadside cruiser, broadside battleship, close range, or even far range broadside battleships, I'd play around with both of them, but those shells absolutely shred and they pump out damage. The Atlanta doesn't shoot that much quicker than the Nurnberg, so keep that in mind, playing with it or against it. But anyway, getting back to these AFKs, take them out, you know. I just definitely do not focus on them. If you have something else that's any other target that's possible to shoot at that one. But I've had games where I left the AFK alone just out of sportsmanship, and then they got back from taking their dump or whatever they're doing and came back and caused problems by shooting me after I didn't think they were gonna be present, you know, so. But again, the main point is they do provide spotting for your team, so it's a little bit strange on straight because the teams are divided by the islands, but a lot of times if you had taken out the AFK, the spotting that they're doing later in the match wouldn't be there, which can actually help or hurt your team depending on whether that ship's there, so. Now this King George, he's angled in a little bit. I couldn't possibly try the AP here, but I don't have any support. You'll notice the closest battleship on my map's about 2 minutes away. Just trying to get around that island, but I'm trying to get fires going. I'm trying to make this guy use his damage control, and then we're gonna use these torpedoes. Now he's not putting out the fires. It looks like he's got multiple fires, so he probably doesn't have these. I use one salvo early, and then I expect him to stop, which he does, and he's backing up, so I got the first one on him, and then we put the second one a little bit behind him. I probably could have fired one salvo and then fired the other one, anticipated he was behind him a little sooner. So potentially taking some more damage that I don't need to take. But we got multiple fires, we got a flood, and then shells do some damage if you're shooting superstructures, so. Despite him coming in with fairly high health, we're able to actually whittle him down fairly quickly. Now there's the first real shot we've taken, despite sitting broadside the whole match here. Now, this is a kind of a unique map in that it forces close quarter combat, at least on the two wings. There's kind of two ways I play the ship. On a more open map, I'll just kind of move around the entire time, kind of like Muhammad Ali, and just keep on the move. I mean, you're gonna get a lot. It's basically a kiting ship right now, how it's set up. So you're gonna wanna get in range to acquire targets and then kind of kite away from them, and just be pumping out shells as you're doing so. And I don't know if ships just don't understand how dangerous this thing is yet right now, and they're not targeting it as much as they should, but I'm surviving longer than I feel like I should, having either broadside or, you know, if you're broadside and you start getting shot, then start sailing away and present an angled, you know, profile from them. That'll help you survive. Now again, if we happen to win by capping, that's fine, but the main thing I'm trying to do here, by capping, we're making them come to us, and our team was able to defend our base well, so that kind of takes the pressure of us losing off, and now it's just, how are we gonna win? Especially now that we're down to 2 ships and one of them is still the AFK, so this is essentially the last ship. And here we're gonna do a couple HE rounds, and once he starts turning, watch this AP damage. Again, we're shooting upper hull superstructure. That one's about, what was that, 10, 11K, something like that. That one would have been just as big, but the guy was so low on health that he ran out. But there's the Kraken on that ship. Again, it's very unique how it's configured right now, so you know, I understand a lot of people are having trouble with it, so I want to put this out. And again, if you want to see some more footage tomorrow, I could potentially get something going for you there. Just let me know. I think what I was about to say earlier was there's two ways to play it. Either you can really play on the fly, or you gotta find spots where people aren't really spotting you. So use the terrain. Those are your other options. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, I understand people are frustrated by it because it's a very unique ship, but do I want to eliminate all the unique ships from the game? No. I just want to have it play how it's supposed to play. So we'll see what they do, but I don't want them to fix something just because it's unique. You know, that's gonna make the game just really generic. So that's it for this one. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Lots of World of Warships coming all the time. Questions for me, comments, leave them below, please. I'd love to hear from you. And we'll see y'all later. Alright, peace.